All right, everyone, here we go with the thank you reading for July 2026. I do these every month. Thank anybody who's giving me a nickel for anything I do around here. Extended purchases, donations, whatever it is much appreciated. Let's cut the deck. Let's see what the universe wants to tell you. All right, let's do it. There's a whole playlist of these. Been doing these pretty much since I started the channel. I think I started these in 2021. I would imagine I did. See what the universe wants to tell you. Generally, these are about a month. So it's a bonus July reading. You can kind of look at it that way. You know, every month a little bonus reading. Three of Cups. We're just getting a theme energy here. I didn't do a pre-shuffle on this one because, I don't know, I just didn't want to. My gut said don't do it. Then just do a theme energy like a monthly reading. So we're going to do it like a monthly reading. We're going to pull a pyramid and everything. All right? So a bonus monthly reading. Three of Cups. And the Seven of Swords, or Seven of Wands, feels like a Seven of Swords. That's why. And the Four of Cups underneath it. That Four of Cups is making the Seven of Wands feel like a Seven of Swords. Well, one more before I open my... Yeah, you're being encouraged. You seem to have... I don't know if it's you or somebody attached to you. Roles can be reversed. There's an energy that's making someone. I'll phrase it that way so I don't get into trouble. Deny their feelings in some way. You're denying your feelings about something, or somebody's denying their feelings about you. And you're going to lose. Okay, the love geese are in the air. That's the lovers. It's the Nine of Cups. The universe knows. Whoever it is going to lose. I can't tell yet, because this is just a cut, if it's you or if it's somebody attached to you. I don't know. I think this is one of those ones where it could go either way. So take it as it resonates, like the kids like to say. All right, this is the Three of Cups for me is also a communication card. It's bigger than the Eight of Wands because it has a lot of emotion attached to it. So that being said, it could be something, let's just assume it's you right now. It could be something where there's something you want to say, but you're biting your tongue. You know, you're stopping yourself from saying it. I'm not going to say it, right? I think you should say it. It's going to come out anyway. Okay? Whatever it is. You're going to, in other words, if you stop yourself from saying it now, you want to call this person or this or that. You're very passionate. You want to tell someone you love them, or you want to tell someone you think they're doing something wrong, whatever it is, and you stop yourself, it'll come back and bite you later and come out at the wrong. The time that what it's saying is the time that you're stopping yourself is the right energy to say it. So do what you want to do, but keep that in mind while you're stopping yourself. You follow? Okay. All right, let's go. Wow, we got a lot of stars on the table today. I usually clean this a little. I do this before I start the reading sometimes. Geez, wow. These cards, man, they're blowing up on me. All right, let's go. It's a general reading and may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. I'm not a fucking Time Lord. All right. So like I said, there's a whole playlist of these. I do these every month. They're a bonus monthly reading for people that are kind enough to give me a nickel for anything I do around here, right? But you might be the July 2024 thank you reading. You might be there on your timeline. I can't say. But even if this is future influence for you, make a note. Bookmark the reading, right? If this happens to you a lot, where you bite your, you bite your tongue out, I'm not going to say it, I'm not going to say it. If that happens to you a lot, keep in mind. It's going to come back. Whatever this is this time is going to come back to get you. And it will. There's a sudden energy. There's a lot of spurts. The environmental energy is that. It's a firework, for lack of, I know it's 4th of July week, but it's a firework. For lack of a better way to put it. You might just blurt something out. Normally I'd say check yourself, wait 10 seconds. I don't think you should in this energy. I think the moment you feel you need to say something, even though you're very emotional, right? You say it. Now, again, I still don't know if this is you or somebody attached to you. It doesn't make sense as much for the universe to send it to me if it's somebody attached to you because they're not here to hear my advice. So they might hold back. But if for a few of you it is somebody attached to you, it'll come back. It'll come out anyway. If you think they're going to ask you out, I know they're going to, and they don't, and then you get disappointed, don't worry. It'll come back around. All right? So don't worry about it. Yeah. Let's see, we're waiting underneath the King of Pentacles. It's a stable, how do I phrase this? A stable fire. It's like safe fireworks. It's like safe fireworks. You know, you're watching fireworks from the safety of a fireproof bunker. You know, it's that kind of a thing. Even though it feels like a blurred out, the timing was actually right for it. All right, let's go. Right here, top is your feelings in your bonus July reading. You know, this is for a fewer number of you, so here you go, right? I mean, here's your feelings. Here's how other people see you, what they think about you. And here's, I would say, a potential outcome. It might be advice, all right? It could be with a reading like this, because it's not technically a monthly reading kind of a thing. So whatever it is, keep in mind, I can't predict free will. And if this is about you, I'm not here to tell you what to do. Do what you want to do. Make your own decisions. All right. I'll clarify whatever I think needs clarifying, and we'll throw some universe cards at the end. I don't even know what I'm clarifying with yet. All right. Let's see. The Witches has the Two of Wands. How do we feel? And the Tower. We're going to take the Tower. Why? Because the Tower goes with that. Right. And you see how fast I made that decision, right? I didn't dilly-dally. Well, let me think about it. Let me call 5 of my friends and say, hey, Janelle, what do you think I should, you know? No. We look right at it. We go, that's our card, right? There you go. That's how you got to make, that's the kind of energy that's here, but that's also how you need to work with cards. If you work with cards, people always ask me, you know, what do? You got to go with what, first thing, usually right off the top. You think about it too much. I mean, sometimes I'll think about a row, but I know what each individual card is trying to say. Let's leave that right there for now. I need to look at that. These are your feelings. Well, like I said, I know what each individual card, you know, you have this free spirit vibe going on here. Something gets in the way of that. There's something, I feel like you're growing impatient about a new beginning. You might find yourself growing impatient about a new beginning. Now, that could be anything. That could be an emotional beginning, a new relationship, a relationship you're in, taking off, a runner coming back, a new job, a house you're trying to buy, a car you're trying to buy, a boat you're trying to buy, a dog you're trying to buy, right? You got to wait for the breeder. Hey, you can't make the dogs hump. You know, I mean, they're probably gonna, but, you know, you get the dog when the dog is made, you know. And we don't bake them, you know. So here, at the end of the day here, yeah, baked dog, right? You feel like your hands are tied. Can I phrase it that way? Is everybody familiar with that saying? I got people all over the world here. The people from the U.S. are like, hey, why do you always say that? Hey, but there's people from tiny little countries in the middle of fucking nowhere watching these readings. It's mind-blowing to look at the stats. I mean, I learned a country name or two, you know. So at the end of the day, so not everybody knows. You feel like your hands are tied, all right? That should be something everybody gets their head around. How do other people see you? Two of Wands. Stuck. I was going to say stuck. I pulled that, my thought. Bam. Right off. Stuck. You feel stuck. Stuck. It might cause you to be a little blurty, to be a little fireworky, to be a little explosive, to be a little overly passionate. Right? It's okay. You're safe. You're watching fireworks. You're lighting off fireworks. You're lighting off fireworks in a fireproof suit. Even if the M80 goes off in your hand, it won't hurt you. It cannot hurt you, right? It is a bit of that. You are a lot protected in this energy. Now, that's one angle. Other people see you as stuck. Other people see, you know, they see you being impatient. They see you have plans, but nothing's happening. Some of them will laugh at you for that. Some of them will. I don't mean out loud laugh at you. I mean, many of your friends, I won't say most, but many of your friends, take it from me who reads people like a book, many of your friends are more jealous of you than you realize. They're not genuinely happy for you, you know. They say, oh, that's terrific, right? And I'm standing there watching them say, oh, that's terrific, and I don't see the crinkle around the eyes. I know, you know, just purely in body language, micro expressions and all that, I know they're not really happy for you. They're not really thrilled. In this case, we'd see the crinkle around the eyes. You got a couple of people attached to you that are very happy that things aren't moving for you. Maybe because maybe you've done really well. and you've done better than them. No one, I don't care if they're your best fucking friend, you pillow talk together, you hug, you do each other's fucking feet. I don't give a fuck what it is. You're better friends when you're on the same level or close. It's just subconsciously it works better that way. Okay? So I'm not saying you need to ditch them as a friend. I'm just saying this is human nature. You should be aware of it, right? So there's no reason to go through life delusional, thinking everybody's really happy for me. No, they're not, right? Everybody is really happy for you here. You got energies around you that for some reason, a couple of them are thrilled that you're going nowhere. You got these big plans and you're still stuck. Yeah, I bet they are. Why? Probably because they're stuck too. Right? Misery loves company. You've heard that? Well, there you go. It's a bit of misery loves company energy as far as what other people think about you. And I'm not saying you're in misery. It's just an expression. I think you're fine. You just feel like your hands are tied. You're growing a little impatient. We'll clarify a few of these. Don't worry. This really does feel like it might be future influence. It could be. Okay? There's a lot of things. This is coming up in my offline readings a lot too with societal energies. There's a lot we can't do right now, or a lot we shouldn't do, right? I mean, it's probably the wrong time to take a long road trip in your Chevelle 396 that gets 5 miles to the gallon on the freeway. Probably a bad idea unless you got a wad of hundreds in your pocket to put a gallon or two in. I mean, there's a lot of things. People feel a little tied. People are staying pretty local this summer. So far I've seen, which is really weird because there's always a lot of traffic anyway. It's just making it worse. Usually when people get out of town, it lightens up a bit. It's like, fuck, everybody's home. All right. Potential final outcome or advice, I don't know yet. So this is logical. It makes sense. This is interesting. I like this. This piques my interest. Your plans aren't working out. What do they think of you? I think they like it. I smile when I see that. Finally, something doesn't go Steve's viewer's way. Yes! And they may not be showing that on the outside, but you'd be surprised what your supposed friends really think of you. Most friendships, and any psychologist will tell you this as well, most friendships are very transactional, okay? You're friends with somebody. If you think about why am I friends with Janelle, all right, it's probably on some kind of a transactional thing. If not for you, maybe you're very high vibration, high spirited, very spiritual, but for the other person, it's, well, they're my ride this, or they're this or that, or if they're around, nothing will happen to me. They'll catch me if I fall. That's all transactional, right? It's not pure unconditional love. Because if you didn't catch them when they fell, they'd drop you like a hot potato for somebody that would. So there's a condition, right? All right. Anyway, here we go. People get very liberal with the definition of unconditional. And no, it means there's no conditions. No means no. But I understand people have a hard time with absolute things. When I say everything is energy, right? And everything is connected, I still get people that ask me questions about everything. Well, is it a dog? Is it grass? Is it this? Everything means fucking everything. Unconditional means fucking nothing. It means no conditions, right? Anyway, do what you want to do. I'm just saying, you'll have the last laugh is what that's saying. If let's use my example here, which is an extreme example. They're not really laughing at you. But let's say they're laughing at you. Nothing's going your way. Yeah, making them feel really good. You might find people around you are in a good mood. Again, this might be future influence. This might happen for you in September. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's a big deal and you're getting tired of waiting for it. Okay? Somebody likes that you're waiting for it. You'll see the person who likes that you're waiting for it become more excited around you, try to console you. But they have, if you pay attention, they have a smile on their face when they're saying how sad they are for you. It can't be hidden. It's a micro expression. You've got to look for it, but it's a slight smile. All right, it's there. Oh, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's just human nature, and I love it. It's funny. We are a crazy critter. We really are. And that's all we are. We're just a critter. We don't want to make too much out of ourselves. We tend to. I wrote a whole blog article about our energy and what it is. It's a teaspoon of sand in the Sahara Desert of energy. But hey, whatever. You know, I put just as much stock in the value in the life of a fucking squirrel, to be honest with you. It's you know, it's everything matters. Everything is connected. Six of Wands, victory. You'll have the last laugh. Something happens here. You got something coming up, psychology aside and energy aside. You got something coming up that you get a win here. You get a win. We're going to say July of 2026, but I'm not a time lord. And I see it here with the tower. And we were just talking about squirrels, weren't we? Look at that little squirrel. Something has to, let's take this from another angle. Let me help you. Something has to be torn down in order for you to get this victory. This squirrel is freaking out that this tree is coming down. But this tree has to come down for the squirrel to get a better tree. You know what I'm saying? Whenever our life is about to change in a big way, and this is something you can tell, take this forward with you in life. I don't care. Whenever our life is about to change, you'll start to see signs of it. Just like an earthquake, you get little tremors before it. You'll see things going away, people going away. Things will happen. And we talked about this a little bit in the Mercury retrograde reading, I think, where I said things are going to happen. And you're like, why is this happening to me? What the hell is going on? Right? And then after it happens, you know, you realize that it was for the greater good. You know, it may have been a pain in the ass while it was happening, but it's for the greater good. It's for something that leads to the future. You know, you got a big garden outside your house or something, or your apartment or whatever wherever it is you live, and somebody tells you have to move it because they're doing this and that, and you're like, oh, this sucks, this is terrible, it's a lot of work, you're all sweaty, and then you end up moving it back and neatening it up after it's all done, and you realize that, well, now it's easier to move. And then a few months later, when you're moving into that thing you've been waiting for, you understand why that happened. I mean, it's just an example. It's a silly example, but it's something people can understand. You know, why is this happening? Right? It's happening for a reason. So this tree has to come down. Something's got to happen before this victory happens. It's not surprising that these people feel like, Steve's viewer finally lost. No. Steve's viewer finally stuck. No. I can reverse the energy and say, in due time, it's inevitable that you will be able to act upon these plans. I think they know that too. They're just enjoying the time, right? Let's pull. I want to pull these in a specific order. I'm going to pull the Four of Wands. All right, let's go. Tell me about the Four of Wands. Let's see where we go. I think whoever this reading is for is of a higher vibration. I think, and when that happens, lower vibrational people love to see you stuck. You've heard the saying, we love to see our heroes fall. We do. You know, that's why, you know, TMZ made millions and millions, if not billions of fucking dollars at this point. People love it. Tabloid shit. We love it. You know, we love to see somebody who's doing better than us all of a sudden not. You know, it just is. It's just the way it is. It's why a lot of celebrities get a lot of negative energy that comes toward them, right? It's just... And that can affect them if they don't know how to put up blocks. There's just as many people that don't like them as do. You know, and that can be tough. That can be tough energy to come at you. All right, the Four of Wands. Why is it here? This is very mild. It's nothing for you to worry about, but I like to teach you a little bit about human nature. Most people never think about stuff like that. You know, it's okay. It's fine. You know, you don't have to ever call people out on shit. I never do. I just like it. I just like seeing the little smile when someone says they're sad for me. Or I like seeing the, you know, telling me how happy they are or whatever. And there's just, their eyes are solid. There's no crinkle around the eye or anything like that. I mean, those are just a couple of quick ones. You know, there's a couple of quick ones that anybody can spot. Although the smile is very quick. I call it an illegal smile. That's what I call it. It's quick. It's fast, you know. It's like stealing candy from a little store. You got to be quick and get it in your pocket and get out. That's all. It is technically a micro expression. King of Swords crossing this. Yeah. You're tired of waiting. It's my sitting king, and I was curious, so I wanted to see what was under it. And yeah, I'm right. I'm spot on here. If it's future influence for you, it's future influence for you. Bookmark the fucking reading. Rename the bookmark Steve Tired of Waiting, right? And then come back to it another time. I got no plans to pull it down, right? I mean, I don't know. The state of free speech these days, who knows how long it'll be up, but I'm not taking it down. So you can bookmark it. The moon, what's on top? You're afraid it'll never happen. You don't like that you have no control over this. It's driving you crazy. It feels like it'll never happen. Yeah, I'm right. There's the death card bookend in the Four of Wands. It's not going to happen. It's never going to fucking happen, Steve. I have no control over it anyway, which scares the living crap out of me, and I'm tired of fucking sitting here. I feel like, fuck it. Right? Whatever it is, this happy new beginning. It can be 1,000 different things. I don't know. Maybe you're waiting for a new kind of Pop-Tart to come out. It's never going to come out, Steve. It's never going to come out. They're never going to make chicken and potato Pop-Tarts. Ever. And I have no control over it, Steve. I don't run the Kellogg's company. I mean, it could be that. I'm exaggerating. You just have to catch my drift. But you get it, right? For a lot of you, this is a big ticket item. This is a move. This is a boat, a car, a new pet, a child. Maybe you're trying to make a child, right? I don't know. I have no idea. You're not going to get it done with this fucker watching sports all day. I don't know. I have no idea. But you catch my drift. I'm spot on here. You do win in the end. Okay? Spoiler alert. All right? I'll also give you a tip about these people real quick while I shuffle for the Ace of Pentacles. I don't need the Ace of Pentacles. I'm going to shuffle for the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. While I shuffle for the I don't need the Ace of Pentacles. While I shuffle for the Nine of Pentacles, because that says it all, I'm going to give you a little tip about these people. Try to enjoy it. The more they're not happy for you, but say they are, right? They are happy for you. The more they're not, I find it very flattering. It means that they, without realizing it, people don't realize these things, they read your energy as stronger than theirs. And nobody likes that. Nobody likes it. Right? No one likes to feel weaker or be below someone. You want to feel like you're on an even plane with the people around you. And it doesn't have to be just physical world. You're an executive and they're not. I'm talking energetically. We feel everybody's an energy reader. Most of them just don't know it. And I talked about this in an early mailbag video where I talked about reading energy. I said most people get 3 basic over-the-air channels. I called it like TV. They get a couple of UHF channels and a VHF. That's most people. They see color. They can pick up little subtle surface feelings. It's pretty much everybody. Then you get people like me that get the full cable package with all 19 HBOs and all the Showtimes and everything. And everybody else. And you get a whole bunch of people in between. They get the expanded cable they used to have and shit like that. You get different ones. But everybody can pick up energy. Right? So we don't, whether we realize it or not, we're reading people's energy. And we don't like, reading people that make us feel uncomfortable. If somebody makes you feel uncomfortable, there's a reason for it. It's usually, should I say usually? Oftentimes, it's because their energy is higher than yours, higher vibration. And you may not in the physical world want to believe that. A lot of times it causes problem because, Steve said if I feel uneasy around this person, it's because their energy is a higher vibration than mine. Well, it's true to a point. It might be that in the physical world you're wondering why, because they behave like an asshole, right? That's possible. Or it could be it's not that their energy is higher vibration than yours, it's that your frequencies create friction. It could be that too. It depends what cable package you have, whether you can figure that out. All right? So don't go crazy with it and start thinking, oh my God, I'm shit. Right? No, it's not necessarily true. King of Cups crossing the Nine of Pentacles. I'm going to read this with your victory here because they are read together. So I'm basically doing your final outcome all at once. I don't really need, I'll pull on, I guess, I'll pull on that to see if things get moving for you. But seriously. You're going to regain control very soon, control of your life. Very soon. You are. Seven of Wands. You're going to get the high ground very soon. Why is that here? Three of Swords. Yeah. You're gonna get the advantage over the, how do I phrase it? What's the bridge? Yeah, the Ten of Cups. It has a happy ending. Can I just phrase it that way? Something happens that gives you an advantage. All right, where you could shut down the Three of Swords, and with this Ten of Cups, you get victory on something that felt like it was never going to happen. It was a fantasy. And I think it comes partially, and I talked about this in a recent reading, I think your victory comes through you dreaming. Now, for some of you, dreaming involves certain things. There's like everybody, every single person, their energy has a magic button, has a switch that switches it on. It switches in all your manifesting. For me, it's music. Okay, I'll give you an example. I'll use myself as an example. It's music. And I go through periods in my life sometimes where I get really busy with something and I stop listening to music. I just like watch TV in the background or something like that while I'm doing something or whatever. And my life goes flatline. It doesn't go down, it just, nothing happens. It's like somebody put it on pause. I get no real influx of anything or new people. The moment I start listening to music again, especially a song that ringing in my head that makes me sort of, that activates something. It turns on, it tends to light up my third eye. And what tends to happen from there is things start moving again, things start flowing again. But I always go in phases with it. Saying whatever your trigger is, whether it's music or whatever, you will go in phases with it in your life. You have a phase where that trigger is kicking in. So if you were me, you have a phase where you start listening to music again. And the pause button goes off and play begins once again on things. So keep that in mind. So the reason you've had to wait for this and it hasn't been happening, and you feel like it's never going to happen, and you have no control, is you're either unaware of what your trigger is, so you don't know it's off, or you're aware of what your trigger is, because I just told you, it's music, and it's been off, but you haven't felt like doing your trigger. You will feel like doing your trigger again. Okay? That's the best I can tell you. Rewind if you need to re-listen to it, but everybody's got a trigger. I used mine as an example. Yours doesn't necessarily have to be music. It might be clog dancing. I don't know. I have no idea. Who knows what the trigger is? It's something if you don't know, a lot of you know, but for yourselves. But if you don't know, the best thing to do is look back in your life, over your life, unless you're one of my 10-year-old viewers, then, not much to look at. Remember back in the crib? Right? No. Look back on your life at times when things were flowing, things were jumping, right? You were making big moves, you moved into some place you really liked, or you got the job, or you met a new group of friends, and think about what you were doing at that time and compare it to what you're doing now. And then the difference between the two is the answer to what your trigger is, all right? Is what it is, all right? Okay, I said I'd pull on the Knight of Pentacles. I will. I know it's going to start moving again anyway, but what the hell? It's a thank you reading. Let's roll with it. All right. Knight of Pentacles. Why is it here? King of Cups came back. You will. Everything I said here is here. It will start moving again. You'll have the last laugh, and you will. That's as flowy as it gets. That's the Queen of Cups. Why is that here? The most 10 temperance. And the bridge, look at that. There you go. Hit the ground running, right? I mean, there you go. You could see that. This is why I throw the cards. You can see the pictures, right? I'm pulling on this Knight of Pentacles, which is a stopped energy, which people are digging. Steve's viewers' plans are stuck. We talked about it. And I'm seeing if it flows again. That's the bridge. That's the bridging energy, red with the Knight of Pentacles. He's moving. All right. So you get some victory. We get victory. We get verification on the victory. What's is this advice or final outcome for you? Let's pull on the final outcome. Tell me about the Six of Wands. What do we get? What do we got? Tell me about the Six of Wands. Here we go. Come on now. Tell me about the Six of Wands. For fuck's sake. These cards are like flipping all over the place. It's a pain in the ass. 9 swords crossing the Six of Wands. The environmental energy is all that worry was for nothing. Yeah, look, I'm going to skip to the end. I gave you the spoiler alert here, and they all live happily ever after, right? I said it's a happy ending, didn't I? I did. So I said spoiler alert at some point in this reading, unless I dreamt it. Okay? Six of Wands crossed by the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is always a false sword of Damocles. It's useless. It's pointless. I'm going to save you a whole lot of fucking strife by telling you all of this. I don't have any control over this, Steve. I'm worried it's never going to happen. This is fucked. This is done. I'm tired of waiting. Shut up. Stop. Okay? It's going to go well. You got to find what your trigger is, whether it's you start dreaming, which is the case for a lot of people. That's most people's trigger. If it's music, fine. If it's porn, fine. If it's clog dancing, fine. I don't care. Right? Could be hopscotch for all I give a shit. Whatever it is. Your trigger will find you anyway. You'll just start doing it when the energy is right. You just need to know going forward from this point forward in life that it is your trigger. Right? All right. Anyway, you're worrying about nothing here. Why? Because you're the shit. Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, oh my God, and the Six of Swords. Oh, for fuck's sake. I mean, it doesn't get much better. I mean, there's your proof right there. All things come to those who don't give a shit whether they get them or not. Please remember that. It's my take on a Buddhist principle of things settle themselves. All right? I mean, your thing you want actually flows to you quite easily in the upcoming energies. All right? But you might be, could be July, could be August. I'm not a Time Lord. You might be in an energy of, again, thinking it's never going to happen. I'm giving you the spoiler alert. I think you're getting this and worried about nothing. It actually happens quite easily when it does happen. So if it's a big purchase, like a house or something, which I've done before, which can be a pain in the ass. I mean, I've never signed my name on more sheets of fucking whatever. I think they do it all electronically now. But anyway, back in the day, it was like initial here. I mean, it's fucking nuts. And then you gotta wait to get the keys. You know, it's like fucking 30 days. It's a pain in the ass. Sometimes it goes smooth, sometimes it doesn't. Right? Depends whether you get a realtor with a head up their ass or not. Either way, you know, this goes smooth. It flows right in. This is a piece of cake. You don't even have to sign anything, sir. Here's the keys. You know, I'm okay. Wow, this is nice. This is much better than last time. You know, it's a bit of that. You get what you want. Almost exactly. It might even be better. Okay? You'll find in this energy, and again, just catch my drift. I'm reading for thousands of people. But just, you'll find in this energy, and I said this in the Mercury retrograde, I'll say it again, that things will happen once you realize why something had to happen or whatever. Things happen, you get a little more than what you thought you were going to get. Things happen a little better than you thought. They turn out better than you thought they would. Can I phrase it that way? All right, let's see what else the universe wants to tell you. Let's grab the Witches, because it's got Two of Wands, and there's the Two of Wands. You know, and you know we didn't even know that was there before when we checked which one we were going to clarify with. We didn't know a Two of Wands was going to come out. But I'm happy with my clarifiers. They played perfectly. You know, and we chose the deck wisely with that little squirrel. Right? Let's see what else the universe wants to tell you. It's a July 2026 thank you reading, universe. What do you want to tell my people here? What you got? All right. Let's see where we go. My bird on my calendar this month, in case anybody's wondering, is the barn swallow. I love barn swallows. They're cute. They're nice. Right? The barn swallow is this month's Steve's Love Tarot bird of the month. I got the bird calendar up here in the Steve's Love Tarot laundry guitar room. All right, here we go. One card and a crossing card. All right. Final message to you from the universe. One card to crossing card. I'll pull a couple more if I have to. 9 cups. Well, we like that, don't we? We like 9 cups. The wheel. Oh my God, and the High Priestess. Oh my God, and the 8 of Cups. Okay. Moving toward 9 cups. That's 9 cups. I will tell you, people ask me, because Steve, I pull cards. Do you have any tips? And, yeah, you sound like that. It's fine. If you got a 9 of Cups and an 8 of Cups, generally speaking, especially if they're laid out like this, where this is the crossing card of the center card, and this is almost a guarantee that she's walking toward the 9 cups. The 9 cups is your environmental energy, so that's where she's heading. You won't know why. High Priestess. How many times have we seen the High Priestess lately? Right? Look, I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm telling you. I know this energy. It's playing out in my own life and literally everyone around me in my life. Friends, whatever. Neighbors, I'm seeing it all happen. You have no idea. The universe, God, Source, the universe works in mysterious ways. But things are beginning this month to turn in your favor. Okay? That's especially true if they haven't been in your favor. If they have been in your favor, they're going to get better. They're going to get better than you thought they could ever get or might ever get. It's just the way it is. But it's going to be a bumpy road generally before you hit the smooth road. And part of that is we get in our head about the High Priestess. Oh, I don't know what's going on. I can't see anything. This Emperor energy, it likes to control things. So be careful. Don't try to control that which you cannot control. Okay? That's about it. That's about all I can say here. There was something else I wanted to say, but I forgot. Okay, so whatever. It doesn't really matter anyway. Things are turning. I was going to give you a couple of dates when things might start, just based on astrological sort of energies and pulling on things and the Earth's magnetic field and bullshit like that. Things should start to kick. The wheels should start to get rolling around the 5th of July, give or take. Again, I'm not a time lord, just roughly around the 5th of July. But around the time the nodes change signs, around the end of the month, I would say in general, because the nodes are changing signs at the end of the month, everything after the 16th should feel a lot different. Okay? From the 16th onward, this wheel will start spinning a lot faster. She'll start walking a lot faster toward the 9 cups. All right? Certainly a lot faster than she has been for the first half of the year. I will tell you that. All right? That is your reading. Again, thank you for anything. Anybody's giving me a nickel for anything I do around here. Extended, donation, whatever it is, I appreciate it. All right? That's your reading. Good luck.